What's up, Photo Booth family? Your Uncle Drew here, and in this video I'm going to tell you all of the upcharge possibilities that you can do by knowing your software and getting a little creative. So usually when you think of upcharging a customer, you're thinking of bringing or adding something that's a physical item, something tangible, something you can hold, see. But what I do in my business is I actually remove some features and make my clients pay for it. Let's just be honest, most people don't know that your software does X, Y, Z. So a lot of people just include it for free, but over here, we're charging for it. So the more you know. Okay, I have Lumabooth on the iPad. We're gonna hit the drop-down menu, and I'm gonna show you guys, we're gonna go to print layout. Lumabooth recently made an update where you can actually have multiple templates for an event. So in the past, it's either a 4x6, 6x4, or 2x6, and you weren't able to have more than one, but now you can. And this is great for us, and we're charging $100 extra to activate a second or third template. When would this make sense, right? Like, why would anyone ever use this? Well, think about it. Let's add the second, right? I'm gonna add the second one here really quick. So now we have two designs. We have the 4x6 and then the 2x6. So this is typically the size where people do prints. And if people are at an event and they're only doing prints, it's fine. But what if someone wants to post on Instagram? This sizing format doesn't look the best on IG. So then you can actually upcharge to have a different format. And that way you can say, well, look, for prints, it'll be great to do this. And then maybe if social media or a 4x6 might be better, you can even print different formats. You can do strip or a 4x6, right? So that's just one thing that you can do. And honestly, don't feel bad for upcharging for this, because you're going out of your way to actually reformat the template. It's not that hard. You go on Canva, you just create the size, you drag the assets from the first one to the second one, and then you just resize it. But easy upcharge. Next up, we're going to talk about capture modes. One of my favorite upgrades. So right here, you see it says photo, GIF, 360, slow-mo, or video. What we do, right, I just removed all the other ones minus photo, is when you hire me, you get the photo option, right? Boom, with the templates, which you see right here. You only get one. But let's just say, you guys can charge whatever you want, but we charge $150 for us to go to capture mode, and give them the full experience. So now we just took our photo booth from being a photo booth, now doing GIF, boomerang, and video recording. We should be upcharging for this. And think about, look how easy that was for me to do. That's why I love this method of removing features and charging for it, because that's the easiest $150 you'll ever make. So now we're gonna hit the drop-down menu. We're gonna go over background removal, right? I'm gonna turn it on. And as you can see right here, it's literally removing the background. It's literally, I like to call it magic green screen, where it's going to put whatever file we want. Let me add something here just so you guys can see. We're going to go to background, whatever, basketball court. How sick is this, right? We're actually raising our prices for this up to $100. It used to be 50, but now we've doubled up. And this is a great option for anybody that doesn't have enough space for one of our beautiful backdrops, photobooth101.com if you want a physical one. Or maybe it's a customer that doesn't want to get a custom backdrop made. This is an easier alternative. Also, I use this not just as an upcharge, but there'll be some times where I do go to an event and I don't have enough space where I can put my backdrop. I'll just use this instead. And it doesn't require much, just some good lighting, pointing it at a wall, you're good to go. And green screen, right? Green screen actually requires a physical green screen. You can actually upcharge for that. And then we're gonna hit the drop-down menu. We're going to go next to stickers. All right, stickers are basically digital props that you add on after. So you could just charge just for the generic ones, but that's not what we do. We actually make custom digital props, and we're typically anywhere from 75 to 100, just depending on how many they want. And just to show you, you go to custom, you go to where's the stickers, you go to choose, and then all of these you see here are actually ones that we've created on our own. So it's like a wedding bundle. And we sell these digital props for Lumabooth on our website, by the way, if you guys want it, photobooth101.com. But watch, let me just show you. You go to open, boom, you see them there. But you have to make sure you turn it on. You see it was off. If it's off, you're not going to be able to see it now that it's on. And let me just show you guys. Let me just launch event. It's going to take some photos. whatever. And while this is going, let's just talk about how like you can pitch it. Typically for like weddings or birthday parties, you can say like, hey, we can activate the digital props. You know, you guys can send me some files of the birthday girl or the couple. You basically go to Canva, you remove the background, you crop out their head, and then you can have the heads there as a digital prop, or even words like hashtag Andrew and Monse married, or whatever you want. You can get creative. Or if it's like a themed party, a Star Wars themed party, you can have Yoda as a digital prop and all that. So cool. How it works, after it takes the photo, you go here, you press on the prop, and then you add it where you want, right? See, just like that. And that's basically the digital prop aspect. Let's go to the drop-down menu. And you guys, it's super hot in here, so that's why I'm sweating. Next up, effects. All right, cool. So this is where you're going to upcharge for glam. We're usually charging $600 minimum for glam, and all you do is you come into the software, you turn the filters on, right? Then you go, you make sure you unselect everything, and then you see this BW Glam, you select that. Then you put beauty mode, you turn it on, and then usually I like to be around 7 or 8. And what this will do for you guys is give you a black and white photo that has a skin filter on it. And this is typically best with a white backdrop. It's also known as the Kim Kardashian photo booth, right? But that is something that you can use here and upcharge for it. It's still pretty popular. And what I love about this is it doesn't really require much, right? Also too, when we're talking about this, another thing that you can do for your software is a digital magazine cover. I've made videos on this in the past. It's literally where you put an overlay and you make it seem that the people are on a magazine. So cool. Next up, what we're charging for. Cool. This is where we get really creative. So it goes to virtual attendant. This right here, let me turn it on. It's where the photo booth experience is happening. You know what? Let me just show you guys. Let me just launch this. Hopefully you can hear it.
Get ready.
It's a virtual attendant. Usually when there's an attendant, you're physically there, but this is a virtual one.
Okay, smile.
So it's giving you the commands, right? So I don't upcharge for that voice. What we upcharge is for custom commands. So I'll actually usually do this for weddings. I'll tell the bride and the groom to say some commands into their phone. They'll record it. Then they send it to us. We splice it up, and then we put it in here, right? And if you're wondering how to do that, you go to virtual attendant. And to upload your own, you basically go to virtual attendant. You go where it says style. Then you go to custom. And then over here, you just basically add them here, right? It says before capture, you just add whatever commands. That easy. This is probably the least used upgrade we're going to probably talk about this video, but it's just such a cool, unique way to stand out from your competition. And that's a little bit of work, right? You have to go in and then chop up the files. But yeah, it's just something really cool and unique. So let's go ahead and hit the drop-down menu. Next up, we're talking about the survey. Okay, this is something we charge our corporate clients for. We can literally set it up where we're asking a question, right? So we'll put, how did you hear about us? And you're probably wondering, like, no one would ever pay to have that question. You'll be surprised. We've done corporate events where they're trying to find out where their leads are coming from. So how did you hear about us, right? Just to show you what this looks like. You can put short answer, and you can make it required or not required. So usually it's required, right? Long answer, short answer. Okay, so we're going to hit launch, and just so you guys can see what this looks like. All right, so it's going to take the photos, but while it's taking the photos, and before we get there, I want to take this time to promote my company, photobooth101.com. We sell the best photo booth equipment in the business. We have a network of photo booth owners waiting for you. If you don't have a photo booth, you get put right into our networking chat. You'll have access to me as your mentor. So Photo Booth 101, get the best equipment in the game. All right, last photo here. I had to do the plug. It breaks my heart because some people watch my videos and then they buy their photo booth stuff somewhere else. Then they realize after that we sell the equipment. So boom, just like that. You see, it took the photos and now we're forced to answer it here. So whatever, right? You can go on the back end on Lumabooth and get all of those answers. And then that is like what people are paying for when it comes to the corporate stuff. Some other things you can upcharge for that I didn't talk about, but we don't really do it. Start screens. A start screen can be a video that's played before they actually get to the welcome screen on Lumabooth. But last thing that we do charge for is the online gallery. That is on PhotoShare. So we're charging $50 to unlock the online gallery so our clients can have a digital link of all of their photos. I don't really ever make money with this one because it's actually the upgrade I give for free to every customer. It's just to make them feel like they're getting a good deal, and it's kind of like they're like, oh, he hooked me up. So that's usually something we're giving for free, but you can definitely upcharge for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, make sure to follow us wherever you're watching this video. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care.